Hey YouTube, welcome back. This is going to be video 2, hopefully the last one of the shop tour. Last video we went ahead and talked about the shop space that's got the cars in it. In this video we're going to talk about those 3 10x10 units. The first unit we have right here, I just have a bunch of miscellaneous parts in it. I do have the wheels in here right now. We went ahead and moved those from the shop side over to here to get them out of the way for the cars. Did come with a really nice pegboard. For now, I just have some miscellaneous things thrown on it that really are organized better when they're put on a pegboard. Some racing wheels for just display purposes. And then I've got all the welding supplies that I have up off the floor, off the shelves, and just hanging kind of more in a display purpose. We do have in one of these computer chairs that was left in this unit, Halloween decoration we picked up last year. The girls have named him Chad. Chad I usually throw in a lot of the photos and just in miscellaneous scenes and things we have around the house. Kind of just a comical thing to have in the background. Just some skeleton decorated in various whatnots. This next unit right now, we have Halloween and Christmas and other decorations. I find it's a lot easier just to throw them out here than to try and shove them back up into the attic or use up a lot of space in the garage now that I've moved my stuff here. It's pretty convenient to just be able to throw them out here. Our good friend and neighbor Jacob did donate this lovely fridge to us. He went ahead and upgraded to a new generation fridge and had no use for this thing, so he helped us bring it out here. It's pretty nice to have a fridge out here so you can at least have cold drinks, maybe throw some lunch in it or whatnots. In this last unit we have, the last tenants look like they used it as an office space, considering there is this window right here. They also left us a nice desk, a hutch, and filing cabinet. Still not really sure what we're going to do with this, considering we're talking about having some sort of a relaxing space. I might end up getting rid of all of this, but for now it's in here. It's just got stuff on it. It's got some whiteboards that I need to get hung up somewhere. We've got our racing helmets, some of our airbrushing supplies, just other miscellaneous things I don't really know what to do with yet. But that's it for these 3 10x10 units. Not much to them, not a whole lot of stuff inside of them yet. I'm sure we'll figure out what to put in here eventually. So these next few photos, you can see this little area right here that we have marked. We are pretty sure it was a pass-through window, and before we went ahead and moved everything into the shop, we want to go ahead and pull the wood off of it and see if it was in fact a pass-through window. Come to find out that it actually wasn't a pass-through window, it was a piece of glass, and one of the previous tenants managed to run some screws through it and shattered the window. So we had to get all the glass cleaned out of that, then went ahead and got all the wood taken out. So now it's a pretty decent pass-through window. I still need to do some work to get rid of the sheet covering it. There's a lot of micro glass embedded in the wood, and I don't want to get anybody hurt or cut on that. Alright, so since we're renting this place and it's not actually mine, I don't get to keep any of the things I put in it, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of upgrades to the location. But one of the things that I do want to upgrade is this light switch right here. Right, so with the security camera system we have installed right now, it's got a good IR system on it, but for the most part you can't really see what's happening inside the shop. And when it does go off for the various sound alerts that I get and motion alerts that I get from the sunrise and sunset around here, I would like to be able to remotely turn on the lights in this location when I activate the camera to give myself a little bit better peace of mind that there isn't anything funny going on here. So one of the upgrades that we're going to be doing is upgrading this double switch. I picked up a set of smart double switches that are supposed to be able to connect to our Amazon devices, and using the Amazon platform we can go ahead and turn on the lights remotely. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of, and we'll be back shortly. All right, and we're back. Didn't take too terribly long to go ahead and get this installed. I'll go ahead and throw up a picture of the diagram or the schematics that came with it. So for those of you that know how to read that, cool, this isn't all that bad. For those of you that don't know how to read that and you're curious and want to know how to do it, go ahead and drop me a comment in the video below, and I'll go ahead and see if in a future video I do some electrical, I can go ahead and explain what I'm doing and want to do it. But for everybody else, all we have here is some standard electrical outlets. They happen to be smart outlets though, so they're connected to the Wi-Fi and to the entire smart network. So I can use my phone, have it programmed for a statement. It basically says when I arrive at the shop outside, go ahead and turn on the shop lights. And then when I leave, they'll also turn the shop lights off for me if I didn't do it myself. For extra peace of mind, like I said earlier though, I'd like to be able to turn these on remotely while I'm at home, just to once over the shop, make sure everything looks good in here. even though the IR camera does do a good job of showing it. But just to show you that it works, when push buttons, they turn off. You'll see they are still blue because they are connected to the Wi-Fi. Push buttons, and they turn right back on. So now the light switches are done, the next little upgrade we want to do is get a surround sound installed in here. I've tried playing audio on my phone and using the Amazon devices, and they work. They're just not really great. You can't really hear them real well while working out here. So we'll go ahead and get this unboxed and get it set up so you guys can see what that looks like. So as you can see, there's really not much to it. You've got your subwoofer that gets plugged into the wall. It has your connectors on the back of it for your inputs. You have two little satellite speakers here that have your volume and bass controls on them, along with the on-off button. And you have a headphone jack, so you can plug in your phone or whatever device you're going to use to stream to this. So that's pretty much all there is to that. All right, so we now have it set up. Don't really have any shelves over in this area or anything that I can set it on, so for now it's just sitting on this ledge. Ran it for a little while now. It actually sounds pretty decent in here, not too echoey. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so now that we have the light switches installed and the surround sound set up, I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange the shop a little bit to get some room in here so we can get that Nissan Frontier in here. The door for it's supposed to arrive Tuesday or Wednesday. Not really sure when it's gonna get here, but when it gets here, we'll go ahead and bring it out. Hopefully we have enough room in here for it. So now that we've got the room in the shop, next week's video, we should be doing that Frontier if the door arrives. If not, we'll probably work on the ATV and start getting the paint scraped off of all the plastics. We'll play by ear and see which happens first. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And if you have any comments or feedback, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. And thanks for watching.